Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome. I feel like it's a Friday for some reason, but it's actually a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. How are you guys? So let's see. Today is Wellness Wednesday, and let's see who we have in the chat. Who do we have? Simply Taisha. How are you? She says, Happy Wednesday, DD, and Divalicious fam. I love that. Of course, it's me saying happy Wednesday. Lakeisha, how are you? She says, hi, Diva and Taisha and everyone. All right. Paula, how are you? She says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dee Dee and Simply Taisha. I love that. All right. Cookie, how are you? How are you, Cookie? We have Shay, my name twin. How are you? How are you? We have Felicia Marie B. She says, hello, divas. How are you? Z, how are you, Z? Happy Wednesday. Who else do we have in here? I see you guys are saying hello to each other. DJ Meyer, how are you? I hope I didn't skip anybody. Kelly, how are you, Kelly? She says, hey, everyone. Hey, hey, hey. Mindy, you are so funny. Jeez, Louise, losing it, Grace. How are you? She says, hello, DD Divas and Divos. I love that. Bellflower, aka Nicole, better known as my twin. How are you? How are you? Jen, how are you, Jen? Jen, what's up? How are you? And we have Journey of Life. Hello, how are you? That name gives me like Journey of Life. I love that. All right, so I want to know, are you guys drinking anything today? Because our title today, you're driving right now, Journey. Okay, so our title today is a drink, like a special little concoction that can possibly boost your weight loss. Now, I try to give not to give clues on what this drink was. What do you guys? JC, hi, good evening. You titrated to 5.0 this morning and you're doing great. I love it. I love it. You come with so much wisdom. So hopefully, whatever you learn, you'll share it here with us. I love that. All right, so let me know in the chat, what are you drinking? What are you drinking? And then we're going to get right into the topic and talk about it. And so this is what I kind of plan to do. I plan to talk about this drink and all the benefits. And I've had people ask me questions. And so I did a little bit of a deep dive and I thought I'm going to commit to this Power Duo drink until I go to the doctor at least, which is in the mid-September, and see how it works. So we're going to see how all this works. And we will see. And I'm going to show you my concoction, how I make it up, and I'm going to see if this is effective. I don't know. I know part of it is, but I don't know about the combo together. So the way I'm doing it. So we will see. So this is the title, just in case you guys forgot. This is what I call this live. GLP-1 plus this drink, the weight loss boost nobody told you about. All right, so I don't know if you guys, oh man, I left my little drink that what I wanted to show you I left it downstairs in the fridge. So I'll have to talk about it and not show that part of it. All right. Oh, we had some people join us. I thought I saw, hey, Jamie. That reminds me. Hey, that reminds me of Mayor Mindy. Mindy, did you realize the girl that played Danielle, she played Roger's little sister, she passed away. Now, I thought when I first heard that, I didn't think it was true, but I guess it's true. I should have checked TMZ, because if it's on TMZ, it's legit. Have you guys heard that? From What's Happening, the girl who played Roger's little sister, she had the like little sarcastic, comebacks, and she kept people on their toes. I think she passed at 61. So that kind of bummed me out. I don't know. But anyway, when I heard that, it reminded me of you, Mindy. I should have texted you or something like, are you okay with your hey? Oh, man. When I see people passing that young and you don't hear that they've had a heart attack or anything else, I always assume it was cancer. I hate to hear that. She grew up and she looked the same, just as she was so cute. The picture I saw, very nicely put together, and geez Louise, to send prayers out to her family and her friends, because I'm sure that's a loss in somebody's family and support system. So prayers going out to her. But yeah, that reminded me of you, Mayor Mindy. All right, Bellflower says, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe on your way in. Thank you. All right, so yeah, that just threw me off. I said I'm gonna bring that up to Mindy and see if Mindy realized that that she passed on. All right, so this drink. So what do you guys think the drink is? I see somebody took a guess. What do you think the drink is that could possibly boost your GLP-1 weight loss? And Lord knows, some of us need that boost, don't we? What is the drink? What do you think it is? Okay, let's see. I saw one person put a guess in the chat. Let's see what you guys think. The surprising weight loss combo you need to try. What do you think it is? You like how they have that generic GLP-1, that generic GLP-1 pen up there? Okay, so let's see. What are you guys saying? Anybody new come in the chat? Okay. Oh, so we got a lot of I saw Mindy said apple cider vinegar. Let's see what you guys are drinking today. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. You says downsizing Diva with the lip gloss. Yes, actually it's a little bit of a gold lipstick with lip gloss over it because my lips, I notice my lips sometimes get chapped, up here doing all this talking. And I said, I want some glossy lips. I don't want chapped lips. Like, don't try me lips. All right, let's see. Okay, so Paula says she's drinking water. Okay, Taisha is drinking lovely H2O. Okay, so people drinking water, you're going to fit right into this discussion. Mindy guesses that it's apple cider vinegar, ACV for short. Jamie says she's drinking vodka. Drink a little bit for me because I'm a non-drinker. Drinking my watermelon element. Okay, all right. Well, I love that too. Of course, y'all have the wisdom. I'm just here to share and receive. Oh, we learn from you guys as well. I love that. We'll take it. You said drinking water at room temperature. That's interesting. I don't really like room temperature water. For some reason, mine has to be cold, but you probably are drinking it the better way. I think maybe it works better if it's warm. I don't know. Is that a fact? Bellflower says zero sugar peach tea. Okay, very good. I'm not a tea drinker. Kelly says she's drinking some water. I'm drinking Ultima electrolytes. Okay, so post your 1,400 yard swim. Jeez, Louise, you are doing it. Mindy, what is the date of your triathlon? What's the date of that? Let's see. People are saying hello. Ooh, Felicia, that sounds yummy too. Ultima Replenisher Raspberry. Okay, very good. You're drinking lemon cinnamon with a little apple cider vinegar added to your water. So lemon, cinnamon with a little apple cider vinegar. Okay, all right. That doesn't sound appetizing. Because I don't like cinnamon, but I'm sure you love it. Jeez, Louise. Water, herbal tea, herbal and green tea, electrolytes on occasion. Okay, very good, very good. All right, people are telling me about that. Okay, so you guys are guessing apple cider vinegar with lemon. Hargerine, how are you? How are you? MVP. Hi, everyone. Looks like it's apple cider vinegar. What's giving it away? Is it the apple? Apple cider vinegar. This has Mighty Male written all over it. Hi, Brenda. How are you? Brenda Marlene. She says, hello, everyone. That apple, I know, isn't it a dead giveaway? Lovely L. How are you, Lovely L? Good to see you. Let's see. So people are saying, hello, I love this. So your triathlon is September 14th. Then I'm hanging up my goggles, helmet, and sneakers. I'm going back to lifting. I can't wait. All right, very good. Margie, how are you? How are you? Okay, so 9/14. Very good, Mindy. All right, so you know what? So, and they told you not to lift. Do you not lift at all, training for that? That's interesting. I love that for you. I love that. Okay, I'm excited. We got to do a follow-up, Mindy, because I really, 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 I really think that you're gonna have so much to share about your insights with training and all of that kind of thing. All right, so Jen says, am I bugging? Didn't you put ABC in the post? I don't think so. If I did, I didn't mean to. I put it on this picture that's on the screen, but I don't think I put it in the post. I was trying to be clever. Okay, Jen, I was trying to be clever. So you guys, You guys are correct. It is apple cider vinegar. And, remember, I don't know if you guys remember, somebody remembers, I think that was Grace. Mel talked about she drinks apple cider vinegar, and I think she puts 1 or 2 splashes. I think I showed the picture. I don't think I did show the picture of one of my Sunday updates. And she showed the picture of her drinking that apple cider vinegar. And she puts like that sparkling water. She adds the sparkling water. Now, I'm going to tell you, I tried to do that and I was grossed out. I mean, that sparkling water had zero taste to me. The apple cider vinegar gave it a hint of tartness that it just did not need. So I didn't like that. So I thought to myself, I have to come up with a different combination to make this work. Now, I'm going to tell you, in the past, I have drank apple cider vinegar. I usually put, like I have this little shot. It looks like a shot glass, but it measures, liquids. And, it looks like a shot glass though, but it measures. So like, that's how I measure out my 2 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon. So I would put my apple cider vinegar in there. And what I was doing wrong, because it would be a little bit strong, I would make it equal to the amount of the water equal to the amount of the apple cider vinegar, which when I was researching this, it said absolutely do not do that. You can mess up your teeth, which I knew that, as they say, not to really drink with a straw, and so they say you can mess up your enamel on your teeth, and just all that acid that it has can be harmful. So I knew I shouldn't do that, but that's the only way I could tolerate it, because I think sipping on it is just not my thing I like to taste, right? So I was like, let me research some of the benefits. The main reason why I used to do that, because they say that it helps to lower your blood pressure. And at some point, my blood pressure was hovering in the 130. So this is what I would do whenever I would get ready to go to have a doctor's appointment. Maybe 2 weeks before, I'd be drinking that apple cider vinegar. And the little shots of it though, but I wasn't doing it the correct way, to get the benefits from it. So who can tell me in the chat? Do not research it. I just want to know what you guys know. So they say apple cider vinegar and GLP-1s can work and complement each other. For some people, if you lose them together, it can certainly enhance your weight loss, which I didn't realize that could be true. But how do you think it works hand in hand? How do you think they complement each other? What do you think it might do for you? And then I'm going to show you, because I couldn't do the sparkling water in the ACV. I just thought that was gross, right? Because that sparkling water doesn't have any, like a hint of any kind of sweetness. So that apple cider vinegar just comes on strong. So I didn't want to do that. So I decided to make my own concoction. And Mel doesn't even know that I made this concoction. She's been out of town. And so I just kind of came up with it over the weekend. So I'm going to share. And it has allowed me to drink this ACV and the water. And so we will see if I benefit from it with the weight loss. But so in the chat, what do you think it's going to help do? What do you think the apple cider vinegar does? JC says it has gut health. You get the kind with the mother to my chickens once a week for gut health. Okay. All right. Very good. So we have a gut health. What else do you guys think apple cider vinegar can possibly do? What do you think? It's a really good supplement to enhance your GLP-1. Some of you don't need enhancing, but I'm one of those ladies that do. I can take all the enhancements I can get. All right, so MVP says it's an acquired taste, but it works. I take it before bed, especially when I'm stalling, and it helps move the number. Okay, very good. And we're going to talk about the science behind it. It's full of potassium. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right. It helps boost your metabolism and your weight loss. Okay. Delilah, hello. ACV has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity and reduces your post-lunch dinner blood glucose. Yes. And, they say it's certain ways that you should actually, take it. There's certain things that you should do. Let's see. You also got to do kombucha. What is that? I don't know what that is. You used to drink a half hour before your meals, and you haven't tried it with this shot. You have not. Okay, good. I had not really either. So we'll be doing this together if you do it. But I will say, consult with your doctor before you try this ACV, because I don't want you passing out or something and saying it was because of the downsize in Diva. I don't want to be responsible if your body can't handle it. So I'm just going to tell you some of the things that ACV does. And let me take this off. It's a fermented drink. Okay. All right. So some of the things it does, I think you guys had that. It helps with your appetite and hunger control. So we know that ones do that, but also they say apple cider vinegar may also slow down gastric emptying slightly, not a whole lot, but it also could stabilize your sugar, which could help with your post-meal cravings. So it'll take those cravings away. And I have to admit, I think the taste that it has is probably what's contributing to that. So if you use these two, together, the combo, you might feel fuller longer. You're going to have fewer spikes, and your crashes in blood sugar is going to, be diminished. So that's going to help you. Oh, I thought my computer was going out. So that's going to help you stop that snacking, those cravings and that intense craving. And that's what I need. I need those cravings. And I really don't have cravings like I used to. But, when I switched to the 12.5, but like today is my injection day. So as we get closer to my injection, the little hint of like those cravings start creeping back where I see something and I want it, whereas before I wouldn't even look at it, notice it, think about it type thing. So that's another thing. So appetite and hunger control. So the number 2 thing it does is it regulates your blood sugar. So if you are a diabetic or pre-diabetic, this is a combo that you want to talk to your doctor about and maybe try. So we know, and I think somebody said it in the chat, that the GLP-1s improve your insulin sensitivity. They lower your blood sugar by increasing that insulin release when you have that glucose present. ACV, the apple cider vinegar, now they say, and when I was researching, they say if you're going to have a carb-heavy meal, that's when you really should be drinking and pinpointing that target to drink that apple cider vinegar, because it has been shown in small studies that it's going to reduce your post-meal blood sugar spikes by slowing your carb absorption. So I thought that was a good tip if you're going to have a carb-heavy meal, which for me would be either breakfast, but more likely lunch, or at dinner, I try to scale back those carbs. So, so that's something that I'm going to have to take these babies with me to work. Because that's when I'm having my carb heavy meal. And then if I have it at night, I could also do it. The third thing it's going to do is it's going to help support your digestive system. So I thought that was interesting, because we could have been doing this before the GLP-1. Now we wouldn't have that brain connection, right? So we would still probably be struggling on the struggle bus with the weight loss. But the apple cider vinegar, especially the raw kind, and I'm going to show you what I use with the mother. We call it the mother. It contains acids and probiotics that support your gut health, and it keeps you regular too, they say, although it's not a cure for GLP-1. So remember, I just said, people who think like, oh my God, I could have been taking that, I didn't need the GLP-1. Well, the GLP-1 and the GIP, that's not going to help with your brain and how it's regulating our food noise and thoughts about food. So I think that's important to kind of distinguish there. So another thing it's going to do is it's going to boost that weight loss. So we know GLP-1s. Who can tell me in the chat? Are you guys still listening to me? Who can tell me in the chat, because GLP-1s, people say they make you lose weight, and there's a reason why, though. Just taking it automatically, may or may not make you lose weight. That's why those lifestyle changes are important. But what is the GLP-1? What are the 2 main things they do which contribute to weight loss? Who knows that? What are 2? If you only can give me one, give me one. What are things they do that help that's how we get the weight loss from the GLP-1s? Because remember, this medication was used for diabetics to, lower that, your blood sugar level. So they found out that helps with weight loss, but what does it do is what I want to know if you guys know. When I'm having a carb heavy meal once in a while, Brenda says, I always have it with protein to help blood sugar spikes. Yes. So if you're somebody like me that struggles with that protein, this is another option. So I wonder if you hit them with a 1, 2, 3 punch, Brenda, what would happen? You had your protein, your apple cider vinegar beforehand, and you're taking your GLP-1. So that's a great tip. But I think if you add this in, that's like a 1, 2, 3 punch. I used to drink, is that kombucha? Not anymore, though. I just make ACV at home in sparkling water. Okay, very good. So Simply Taisha is saying that to get that weight loss going, the GLP-1s regulate your appetite. Okay, and She is right. Very good. Ding, 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 Taisha. So that's one. What else does it do? What else does it regulate? Regulate is a good word. We could go with that. Oh, Journey, you're back already. Okay, let's see. Oh, Cookie says quiet the food noise. Well, it does, but that's not going to really contribute to weight loss. Well, I guess in a, in down the road kind of way, it would. What else? Reset with Anissa. How are you? Look at that beautiful pig. I love it. She says, hey, slow digestion. Okay, but yes, it is slowing that down, but that's not what I'm looking for. But you are right. We got to suppress your appetite, reduce your appetite, regulate your appetite, slow digestion, satiety, brain signals. They make the brain more sensitive, signaling that you're full. Okay, yes. Now, another thing they say it regulates is that metabolism. So maybe all that kind of stuff is kind of chumped into the metabolism. It's going to regulate your metabolism, regulate that blood sugar. You're right. And so that's what a GLP-1 is going to do. Those are the main thing is you're eating less probably because your appetite is reduced and suppressed. So all that's going to contribute to regulating your insulin. You guys are right. Your high blood sugar, all of that, which is going to, regulate that metabolism. Now, if you were also using the apple cider vinegar alone, it doesn't cause weight loss like the GLP-1 alone. The GLP-1 does cause it, but your lifestyle changes and the things you kick in also help. But it can slightly reduce calorie absorption from starches, and it can also improve your satiety. It can make you feel satisfied. So I didn't realize that apple cider vinegar could do that. Now, together, these may stack. Remember, we talk about habit stacking. Saisha just did something on Monday night about habits and stacking your habits. And so when you stack your habits, and when you stack what you're doing, some great things on top of each other, you stay fuller longer, you add that apple cider vinegar, you eat less, and you process those carbs more slowly, which is not going to lead to those huge spikes, right? In your blood sugar, which even if you're not a diabetic, you still don't want that going on because people become diabetic, right? Just because you're not diabetic now, that doesn't mean you're never going to be. So, unless you, stay on the track you're on now, which is improving your health. So that could happen with any of us. Now, I thought this was interesting. They say the best practices, if you combine these two, is to take 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, but they want you to dilute that in water, at least 8 ounces. So remember I said I was doing something wrong. That's what I was doing wrong. I wasn't diluting it in 8 ounces. This was a while back. And then it says you should take this when you're going to actually drink it before your heaviest carb meal. So if you're just eating, let's say if you're just eating chicken breast and green beans, you might not need to drink the apple cider vinegar. If you're never eating carbs, you might, even though we know green beans has carbs in it, but you know what I'm saying, a heavy carb meal. So if you're not eating a heavy carb meal, then you wouldn't need this, right? Because you're already doing it, you got this. But if you're somebody like me that is a carb girl and want to get those carbs in there somewhere, I'm going to drink this probably at my lunchtime, this little combo. And I really am. I'm going to show you how I made this baby up to be able to drink it. And I had to look this up. I said, I got to Google this because I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. And of course, I'm going to be talking to my doctor in the next couple of days and making sure it's okay too. So it says, dilute this stuff. Do not drink apple cider vinegar straight. If you see somebody on YouTube doing that and they're looking slim and trim, let them look slim and trim. You don't know what it's doing to the inside. It could damage your tooth enamel. We talked about that. You mess up your teeth, you can forget it. Now they're making veneers and all that, but people have issues with those. And they can irritate your throat. So they say at least mix 8 to 12 ounces of water. And they say start off small. Begin with a half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon per day. So you can test, how your body is working with it, how you're doing with it, especially if you're on a GLP-1. Now, let's say you drink too much apple cider vinegar. What's a side effect that you could have that is so related to a GLP-1? What side effect are you going to have if you're drinking this apple cider vinegar the incorrect way? Who can tell me? It's related to a GLP-1. It's something you might even have on a GLP-1. What do you think that is? DJ Meyer comes through with hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you. So what do you think it is? What is that side effect? What's going to happen if you're not regulating how you're eating? or how you're taking this apple cider vinegar. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. We got some people saying, Brenda's saying you're going to be nauseous. Lovely L says heartburn. Felicia says heartburn. You know, I don't think I've ever had heartburn. Knock on wood. Yeah, that acid reflux. That's another thing. I've never had sulfur burps like people talk about having. Acid reflux. Yeah, okay. That's her guess. Definitely dilute. I can only tolerate. Yeah, so much of it. Yeah, it's a strong taste. Geez, Louise, I don't know how Mel's drinking it with this sparkling water. Journey says, I just put apple cider vinegar in my flavored sparkling water, the Waterloo sparkling water, and a little bit of element orange flavor poured over ice. Yum, yum. In 16 ounces of water. Okay, very good. Gastric problems. Diarrhea. Well, it says you're going to be sick, right? It says it's going to lead to, and actually bellflower covers them all, gastrointestinal issues. So if you're not taking it right, and so some people could be doing this. Maybe some people are drinking this already and not diluting it enough and having stomach issues. That's why when people say they're nauseous and they have these side effects, you know, it's hard as a content creator to address it, because you never know what they're doing, right? Somebody could have been, you know, drinking this, and this could have been the reason why they're having those, you know, that nauseousness and all that going on. So we just never know. Have you guys had the sulfur burps? Like, why do people get sulfur burps? I've never gotten those. Yeah, it could cause your esophagus. Yeah, because it's throat issues. Yeah, it's just, it's so strong. I only had heartburn while I was pregnant, knocking on wood. Okay, very good. You said, oh, I'm glad you brought that up. I've had GERD, acid reflux, way before Zepbound. So it says, check with your doctor, because if you have GERD, this is so, did you know I was going to say this, Felicia? If you have GERD, stomach ulcers, kidney disease, low potassium, if you have any of those going on, do not take apple cider vinegar. That's not a good choice. That's why I told you to talk with your doctor. You know, before you indulge in this weight loss knockout combo. I'm going to say that again. If you have GERD, like Felicia just talked about, if you have stomach ulcers, I could just imagine. Can't you imagine that acid, what they would do to you know, what that would do? Kidney disease. Oh, that's another one. If you have kidney disease, or if you have low potassium, your apple cider vinegar may not be a good choice for you. Okay. All right. So, oh, WV, how are you? How are you? You said you think it brings insulin down. Yes, it does all that. I'm late to the live, but I always want to drink it with the straw, not to ruin your enamel. See, I don't drink it with the straw because I just think, now I know the straw just goes right to your throat. So I'm just pretty careful. But, you know, when I was drinking it, now that I'm sipping on it, I can use a straw because I'm going to show you my drink. But when I was doing, remember I was saying you came in late, but I was doing the shots. And when I was doing those shots, those babies was going straight down, burning. And I think that's why my blood pressure was only in the 130s. If I hadn't been doing that, it probably would have been higher than that. Sometimes it was in the 140s, but for the most part, I might have to take off my jacket. I'm going to tell you guys my hot flash story. So I was hot, now I'm cold, and then I'm hot again. So I might take this jacket off if this doesn't work. So let me tell you, let's see. Anybody has, so I can't take okay, you can't. Yeah, and it's to say if you have that, don't take it. It's too much acid. It can also cause the ulcers. Oh gosh. Never had sulfur burps. Some friends on Wegovy got them. Okay, sulfur burps are caused by hydrogen sulfide gas when eating certain foods being broken down in the digestive tract. Okay, all right. Oh man, so I'm glad I haven't had that. Oh, you have it as well, Paula? Oh no, regulate your hormones. Definitely use a straw, please. Yes, I was not using a straw. And but they say the straw too, depending on how, if you don't dilute that baby, that straw is not the best either for the back of that throat. So let me just show you, you know, I was like, I really want to add that apple cider vinegar, because let me show you too. I just kind of researched some stuff and I'm going to put it in here and then I'll show you my little drink. And I just researched some stuff to tell you guys. Let me see. Let me take this off. Get out of here, banner. So, you know, I was just researching what it does. It also says that they had a trial of patients who had type 2 diabetes, and they found that people who had 30 milliliters of apple cider vinegar daily for 8 weeks. It led to reductions in their fasting blood sugar, which is great. Your your A1C, your cholesterol. Some people had improved panels because they were taking that apple cider vinegar in a study. So I just thought that was really cool that, it's, some research has been done on that. And we know, it's going to support suppressing that appetite, not making you, slowing down that digestion, which is all the stuff that the GLP-1 does. So it's definitely supporting all those things. So I absolutely love that. All right, and then I don't know if you could see this little chart, but it just talks about the apple cider vinegar benefits, but your GLP-1 benefits, and I'm just going to focus on this third column, what they could do together, and how is that apple cider vinegar going to help? So the apple cider vinegar is going to support even more of a steadier glucose control. The apple cider vinegar is going to enhance how you're feeling, full and how satisfied you are. And the apple cider vinegar is just going to add a little bit more of a support. If you're one of those people trying to get your cholesterol, down, you're trying to work on your labs, apple cider vinegar may support that. So I thought that was pretty cool when I was trying to research, like, what is the science saying? Have they done studies about this? So that made me, after I was researching it, that made me want to do it even more. So here I go. Here's, you guys are used to my handy dandy little mug here. So I thought, how am I going to get this apple cider vinegar down? And so here's my apple cider vinegar. I use Bragg's. You guys use Bragg's? I'm probably sure it's up in these grocery stores. So, and look at that mother. You can see that mother down in there. The mother, bam, this is almost out. Look at this. So I use that. And then here I have another one because that's almost gone. And I actually cook with this. I'm telling you, at Thanksgiving, this baby is my friend. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter. That's when I'm really using my apple cider vinegar the most. All right. So I add a little bit of that. I only add 1 tablespoon. Now I added 2. And it was super strong. Like I really could taste it, even though I have this, like 32 to 40 ounces of water. And I would say maybe close to like 28 if I take the ice out. But here is my element. And I don't know if you use element, but I love element. Here's my little element. This is the watermelon. Can you see that? Element watermelon. Okay, so I put the element in there. I use a half a pack of this element and I add the water, and then I also put it in with my 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and I'm just going to sip on this. This is going to be my sipping. So this is how I could taste a little bit of the apple cider vinegar, but that watermelon is kicking in and it's overpowering it. Now, when I had the 2 tablespoons in there, it was a hot mess. It was. I was just like, geez Louise, no wonder people don't want to eat, man. No wonder it makes your appetite suppressed a little bit, because it makes you not want to eat, like for me anyway. So it's like, geez Louise, why didn't I just do this a long time ago? So that's what I'm going to be drinking tonight is this. This is my little drink of choice. Now, another thing I'm going to try, I have not tried it yet. And if you like Element or you want to purchase some Element, I'm going to put my little link in there because I am an Element fan. Everybody is not, but we got choices, right? That's what makes the world go around, choices. All right, so I also use Oath. Here's my Oath. And it's a clear, I love this, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard about it, but it's a clear whey protein. And I'm going to tell you, if you guys love Chick-fil-A as much as I love Chick-fil-A, and I'm not really a fan of anything but their salad. Like, I love the Chick-fil-A salad. I get the grilled nuggets in there. I don't mind having the regular nuggets. Actually, tonight, I had some Chick-fil-A chicken tenders, and my daughter said, Mom, the regular kind. I didn't want the grilled ones because I made a bunch of grilled chicken. I'm grilled out. So my daughter said, Mom, we're not getting sides. I said, no, we got green beans at home. She had some leftover noodles that she got from this hibachi place. So that's what she ate when she ordered grilled nuggets. So she loves the grilled nuggets. I got regular chicken tenders and I had green beans, and I'm sipping on my little drink. So so here is So anyway, I said that I brought up Chick-fil-A because if you ever had that frozen lemonade, I don't know if you guys had that frozen lemonade. That frozen lemonade, I get the diet frozen lemonade. I didn't get it today. It's everything. I love that. But it tastes like this. This oath tastes like that Chick-fil-A. So if you ever want to try this oath, go for it. And you know, a lot of times if I see a sale on this, I'll pick some up. So that's why I have this. Was a sale at Target. When does this stuff expire? Oh, not till 7/1. So next year, which kind of makes me leery about drinking it. But this is that Oath Whey Protein. So you might want to try that. I'm telling you, that baby is good. So what I'm gonna do is at some point I'm gonna make me an Oath frosted lemonade shake, and I'm gonna put a little tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in there, and I'm gonna see if I can sand it in that Oath. So if I can stand it in there, it's on and popping because I love the taste of that. So I don't know. I'm going to put my little Element link in the chat. If you want to order from me, great. If not, that's okay too. And I know some people don't love Element. But yeah, that's what I like. So let's see. I'm just going to put this baby in here. All right. So would you guys try that? Would you guys drink the apple cider vinegar? I realize some of you are already drinking it. But I think for people, I hear a lot of people saying they're struggling with their weight loss is stalled, their weight loss is stuck. So I think that this is something for you to try if you're one of those people that are doing all the things and you still feel like, you can't make progress with your weight loss. And so give this a try. This is another strategy, but I will emphasize again, take what you could get from it. So you said the link is not working. Did you go you can actually go in my video description. That's where I pulled it from. Let me go back in there. Actually, I pulled it from my website. Let me go on my video description. I just have like a ongoing link. So I'm going to see if it's the same link. I'm just curious because Mel just used it, not Mel to the B. Mel is out of town right now. Let me see. I'm going to go down in the description and see if I could get it. I just want to see, Journey, if it's the same link. It should be, though. It should be. Jeez, Louise. Here we go, guys. Let me see. Is it going to? Yeah, it takes me to the site. Now, I don't know. Let's see. Copy link address. Okay, I'm going to try to see if it's the same one that I just put in there. Oh my God, look how this link is come. Oh my gosh. Look at that link. Somebody click on that. What is that link? That's the one I just put copy link in my description. Okay, wait, that is too crazy. No, ma'am, no, sir. Did anybody else click on that link? It worked for me on Safari, but not on Chrome. Okay, so she said it worked on Safari, but not on Chrome. I was just in on a page that was the same way. They were like, update your browser, and I was on Safari, and when I went to Chrome, it worked. It was like the opposite of what you just said. Yes, I just ordered some of those from Sam's Club. I pick them up tomorrow, actually. Let's see. Let me see. Wait a second. I just had to look at that. I'm like, I just ordered those bear chicken nuggets. Okay, wait a second. That just reminded me. Let's see. I'm trying to have to put this code in. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's see. Wait a minute. I was just trying to see if something was up with the link, but I guess it's all good. It's all good. So I don't know what happened, Journey. I think that you said it opens, but not to you. Yeah, I think when you click on it, I'm automatically in there though. I really do. I think when you click on it, it automatically is in there for me. Let me see. I'm about to click on it. Do they know it's me, Journey? All right, so I hope you guys have been listening because we're going to play a little game. Yeah, so when you click on it, it doesn't say my name, but the link automatically goes to me. Mel to the B. Thank you, Mel, for the super sticker. How are you? Mel to the B. We're talking about apple cider vinegar. And I don't know if you heard, but I'm switching. I try to make up a concoction for a drink so I can get through that apple cider vinegar. And let's give Mel a thank you. Here you go, Mel to the B. Hey, Mel, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right, you said the link. Oh, okay. She said the link worked for me, the original link you posted. Yeah, that second one, I tried to copy the link. Let me even delete this out so I don't want to confuse people. I'm going to delete this out. Okay. Yeah, so Journey, if you click on that, that should be it. I don't know if it says downsizing Diva. I don't think so. But that's if you click on that link, it's gonna go to me. I'm pretty sure. I need to go look at my account because I know Mel has ordered, Taisha has ordered, some other people have ordered, and I never, I don't know what I even get for it, but I think I get some Element, which is good because I'm gonna be drinking up a storm with this apple cider vinegar. All right, so we're gonna do. I also have like a little starter kit. I'm gonna also put that in my description. I may have to post it on my community tab. So you guys can, if you want to follow along with what I'm doing, it's a 7-day starter plan to kind of ease you into drinking this ACV. But let's play a little, let's see what you guys remember. All right, so I want you to tell me if this is fact or fiction based on what I say, based on what we've said so far about ACV. Is it fact or is it fiction? What do you think? Bam, here we go. Fact or fiction? So drinking, is this fact or fiction? Drinking apple cider vinegar before bed is the most effective time for weight loss. Ooh, now we did talk about this. I did say when the best time to take it was. Is that fact or is that fiction? Drinking apple cider vinegar before bed is the most effective time for you to lose weight. Now, Cookie, take a guess. Just guess, fact or fiction? Oh, I love when people have different opinions. This apple cider vinegar, I'm telling you, it's tapping into my element. I might have to add some more element to this baby. I can taste that apple cider vinegar. All right, so we got some facts. We got some partial facts. We got fiction. Mel to the P. Mel, you got to stick with one. I love it. All right. So let's see what our friends are saying. Okay. You got fiction, you got fact, you got fiction, you got fact. We got fiction. We got a fact partially, we got a fiction. We got a fact, and Cookie's going with fiction. All right, so there's no strong evidence that to support, because remember I researched this, that bedtime is better. But apple cider vinegar's potential benefits for blood sugar control are the strongest when you take it before a what kind of a meal? A carb-heavy meal. So not necessarily, that doesn't have to be at night. Remember, because I'm taking mine at lunchtime. So there's no research that says that you have to take it at night. Remember, I said it's the most effective time for your weight loss if you take it before bed. And that's not necessarily true, especially if you don't have that. It's helping with that slow down that carb heavy meal. If you're already somebody who's cutting carbs, like I know people don't say they're low carb, but when they tell me what they're eating, you're low carb, you're under 100 carbs. That's low carb. Actually, I think anything under 150 to 130 is low carb too. But you're really low as if you're under 100. And if you're 40, I think if you're 20 and below, you're like in keto, you're in ketosis. So if you're already eating very limited carbs, you probably won't need this. But I would say if you're stuck in a stall, maybe this will help get you out of that stall because it's going to give you that little bit of a boost that you might need. So that's the reason why I'm even talking about it. And that's why I'm on it, because I want the boost. All right, so number 2, this is the statement. Is this fact or is this fiction? So anybody who said fiction, you're good. Okay, Mel says morning and before eating, Didi, morning and before eating are as effective. What do you mean by that? Morning and before eating? What are you saying? So you're saying so are you basically saying anytime you take it, well, the research says if you take it before a carb heavy meal, that's going to be the most effective. So that might not be at night is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So that might not be at night. It might be at lunchtime. So it's either, it could be effective whenever you take it, but they're saying take it before that carb heavy meal. This statement, that's Mel, you're you got to watch the keywords. It says the most effective. That's why we're saying it's not a fact. It's fiction because it's not the most effective. This statement is saying it's the most effective just because you're taking it at night. Basically, that's not true. Which is what you're saying too. It's just kind of how it's worded. All right. Okay, so it could be the most effective. It could be effective too if you take it at lunchtime. It could be effective too if you take it at dinner, which is what you're saying. You missed that key word. They're saying most, and that's what's making it tricky. All right, I told you this is how they trick the kids, right? You don't pay attention to the one word and it messes you up. GLP-1 medications can improve heart health in addition to weight loss. Is this fact or is this fiction? GLP-1 medications can improve heart health in addition to weight loss. Is this fact or it's fiction? Yes, it is trick. Yeah, Mel, I agree. Yes, before the meals to help with suppression, but not specifically at night. That's what we were trying to say. That was the point of that. You said you feel like you're in class, Journey. Oh, yeah, with the teacher. I told you that's how they trick the kids. And haven't we taken tests as adults and you're like, what is up with these questions? They're kind of tricky. Those most and best are what throws people off. All right, so GLP-1 medications can improve heart health in addition to weight loss. Is this fact or fiction? Cookie, you are so funny. Okay, so we got a lot of fact. We got Cookie like, oh no. We got facts. We got facts. Oh, she got facts. I bet you're the best teacher to your kiddos. I feel like I'm in class. Yes. And I do love the child who has questions. That'll be my daughter with her hand raised, no matter what the teacher said. I love that. You got to ask questions. If you don't understand, I told my daughter, if you don't understand, ask that question. You just want to be respectful to the teacher. But yeah, let her earn her pay around here and explain it. All right, Dee Dee with those teacher questions. Okay, everybody is saying fact, and so far, I'm going to bring Dee Dee an apple the next time. Thank you. And I need one to complement my apple cider vinegar. Love it, love it. Okay, you guys got that. Facts. Brenda hit us with the true. Love that. That's okay, Brenda. We get it. You guys are right. That is a fact. Studies show that GLP-1s like semaglutide or semaglutide, however you pronounce it, and tirzepatide may reduce your cardiovascular risk with people with type 2 diabetes. So that's good to know. Very good. All right, number 3. Is this fact or fiction? Let's go back to my fact or fiction. Where you at, fact or fiction? You should mix ACV with at least, everybody hear me out there, at least 8 ounces of water before you drink it. Is this a fact or is this just fiction in Dee Dee's head? Is it a fact or is it fiction? You should mix ACV, apple cider vinegar, with at least 8 ounces of water before drinking it. Rub a dub dub for my tummy. All right, what are you guys saying? Oh, you guys are good. Cookie, do you know why they used to give apples to teachers? Oh my goodness. Tell them why, Journey. Tell them why. Let me get in place in the next 5 minutes so I can focus. Yes, that's okay, Mel to the B. Mel, no, I'm winning. You guys are so competitive. It's so funny. Fact, says Z. Fact, says Cookie. Cookie, you're on it this time. Fiction, says Lovely. Margie says fact. Kelly says fact. Brenda says fact. Mayor Mindy says fact. And Felicia says fact. And the mayor says fact. It is a fact. Very good. Mayor Mindy, everybody was on it. Okay, it says diluting the ACV protects your tooth enamel, which is important, and it also prevents that your throat irritation, which is, another thing. You said again, tricky should. Jeez Louise, it is funny because that's how apple cider vinegar is made with apples. I know, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. Remember that? I used to love Alanis Morissette. What happened to Alanis Morissette, by the way? Did she just fall off? I used to love her. Okay. It's at least, right? And it doesn't even have to be water. I mean, they say water, but I guess they don't want you mixing it with Coke. Coca-Cola and Pepsi. All right, that's okay. We're going with the fact. You guys got it. What about number 4? GLP-1 medications are only for people with type 2 diabetes. Take that. How about that? Fact or fiction? All right, so what do you guys think? Wow, I didn't know that. Does she? Oh, yeah, to give the teacher enough energy to get through the day. Especially those kindergarten teachers, because for years, kindergarten was only a half a day. And then they started doing the AM, PM, and then they went to full day. So in these parts where I live in Ohio, you want to go to the school with that full day kindergarten. And I really think those little ones need half a day, but I get it because I was a parent who needed that full day childcare too. So, she's still around. Okay. Oh my goodness. I didn't know that. I used to love her. Isn't that ironic? Don't you think? Okay. So you guys are saying fiction. Oh. Oh, mail to the B. Margie is saying fiction. I didn't, Alanis, she was, last year, but you didn't get to see her. She was in Vegas. Okay, very good. Bill Flower says, I would only use 4 ounce because you like taking it like I don't know what that picture is. In stomach, what does that mean, Mel? In stomach irritation? Okay, irritation. Okay. You said that's right. That's what threw me. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Very good. Okay, so what are you saying? Hello, Miss Alicia 32. I'm tardy for the party. Don't be tardy for the party. Don't be tardy for the party. Catch me up on what's going on. Well, we're answering questions about apple cider vinegar and how effective it is. And these questions are throwing folks off. How is it already time to pick up the kids from Jiu-Jitsu? How you pronounce that? Jiu-Jitsu class. You think they'll care if I'm late? Oh, you better go get those kiddos. All right, so let's see. What about this one, Mel? This is for Mel and everybody. Mel, I don't think this has a should. Oh, wait, Mel, this might throw you off. This has a trick word. Combining ACV with GLP-1 will guarantee faster weight loss. Is that fact or fiction? If you add this with your GLP-1, you're going to get faster weight loss. Is that true or false? What do you guys think? Geez, Louise. Faster is the key word here. We're gonna switch to some factual questions because this is throwing you guys off. You guys are like, these are trick questions. Okay. But again, no, don't do that to the babies. All right, of course, we know that you guys are good. This was a fiction. It's not going to guarantee faster weight loss. Those lifestyle changes kicking in is what's going to help. So everybody got that one. Did Mail to the B, what are you doing, Mail to the B? Did Mail to the B get that? Okay, I know Mel probably even got that. Okay, all right. So we're gonna switch to some multiple choice because I gotta hit you guys with the facts because you guys are saying this is up for debate. All right. So first question. Everybody should get this. You're gonna put A, B, C, or D in the chat. I'm gonna repeat it twice. Which form of apple cider vinegar is most often recommended for health benefits? Is it A, it's filtered and pasteurized? B, it's raw, unfiltered with the mother? C, it's flavored apple cider vinegar drinks or distilled apple cider vinegar? Which one is most often recommended for health benefits? A, filtered, pasteurized. B, raw, unfiltered with the mother. C, flavored apple cider vinegar drinks. Or D, distilled apple cider vinegar. Oh, we got a lot of B. I like the raw. say B. Raw. Okay, B. We got a lot of B up in here. B. Did I miss anybody? B. Okay, all right, very good. All right, you are right. It is B. Remember the one with the mother. I'm just gonna show you this. I love this Bragg's one. You see that mother down there hanging out. I don't know if you can see it. But I can see it hanging out down there at the bottom, chilling like a villain. All right, so very good. So if you're going to get the apple cider vinegar, get the one that is mostly recommended for health benefits, but check with your doctor. What about this one? Which of the following is a common benefit that's associated with apple cider vinegar? So it could be a lot of what's the a common benefit? A, it lowers your blood sugar after meals. B, it increases your stomach acid production for digestion. C, it prevents sunburn. Or D, it increases your hair growth. Well, if it was increasing my hair growth, I'd be drinking a lot more of this stuff. So A, lowering your blood sugar after your meals. B, increasing stomach acid production for digestion. That sounds kind of scary. C, it prevents you from having that sunburn. Or D, it's going to increase your hair growth. What does research say? What do you guys think? A, B, C, or D? Okay, let me get am I in the chat? Jeez Louise. Okay. All right, very good. Okay, you guys are good. Mama knows best. Yes, I agree. The mother. Yes. So you guys are all right. Look at you guys. A's, A's. All right, so we got a few more, and then we're gonna chat, and then we're gonna be out of here. Right light, red light. Trader Joe's has a good one. Okay, red light. It's called, huh? Okay, I don't think I've ever seen apple cider vinegar at Trader Joe's. I don't think so. And I do go there, but I never go there looking for that because I always am stacked up with this. All right, number 4. How should ACV be consumed to avoid damaging your tooth enamel? A, drink it straight from the bottle. B, dilute it in water first. Or not first, but dilute it in water. C, mix it with your hot coffee. Or D, gargle with it. If you're gargling with apple cider vinegar, I'm gonna spank your hands. Like, geez, Louise, no, ma'am. Geez, Louise. So let's limit that. Let's get that down to 3 choices. A, you're drinking it straight from the bottle. B, you're diluting it in water. C, you're mixing it with hot coffee. And if you're nasty like Janet Jackson, you're gargling first. How should it be consumed? Straw is not a choice, but yeah, we know that to drink it helps to drink it with the straw. But when I was drinking it with the straw, I tried that, but that was when I was taking it as a shot. And when I was taking it as a shot, that baby was, geez, Louise, I didn't have the water ratio. I see why it was all wrong. Okay. All right. The real strong sis. How are, look at that beautiful profile pic you got. Cute. I love it. She says, I do apple cider vinegar gummies. Supposedly it helps you burn fat, among other things. And I have some of those. I should have brought those upstairs. It's from this company. Tag. Maybe I'll bring them to my live on Sunday. But yeah, the gummies, I don't know that the gummies worked. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but I do think it did help lower my blood pressure when I was drinking it before. I would drink it like 2 to 3, anywhere between 2 and 4 weeks before I went to the doctor. I would drink some of that, but I was drinking it all wrong. So I see why it wasn't working. You guys are right. B, dilute it in water, at least 8 ounces, they say, or more. If you're doing it with 6 ounces, if you're doing it however you're doing it with, and your doctor's okay with it, that's fine. I'm just telling you what the research says. Now, you know, you could take it for what it's worth. I would definitely use that straw though. Yeah, I would definitely use the straw. Okay, what about this one? What is a safe starting dose of ACV for most people? Is it 1 to 2 tablespoons per meal? Now, this is a starting dose. Get it? Starting dose. 1 to 2 tablespoons per meal, A. B, 1 to 2 teaspoons per day, 2. So per meal, per day. A half a cup daily or any amount is safe. What do you think? This is the starting dose. One to 2 tablespoons per meal, 1 to 2 teaspoons per day, or half a cup daily. Any amount is safe. Perfectly Pamela chimes in with the B. Hey, Perfectly Pamela. Okay, all right. So what are you guys saying? Okay, Mel says A, B, 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 B. We got B, we got B, we got B, B, B to the B to the B. She has the B. All right, very good. It is B. You guys say A. It is B. This is the starting dose. Now, this is to get people started on it. Remember, I talked about that at the beginning. 1 to 2 teaspoons per day when you're just getting started. You're a newbie, and then eventually, if you need more, you can work your way up to it. Yes. Hey, Felicia Davis, how are you? Yes, we're talking about apple cider vinegar. Do you take that? Have you drank that? Are you drinking it? Has it helped you on your GLP-1 journey? Because it's supposed to be a powerful combo if you can handle them together. But I would definitely talk to a doctor first. Again, I say that. All right, here's another question, Felicia. You could jump on in. When is the best time to drink ACV for potential blood sugar benefits? Now, according to our research, okay, so you got to put it in context. All right, so is it before bed, A, before a heavy carb meal, B, after exercise, C, first thing when you wake up in the morning, D? When is the best time to drink it for potential blood sugar benefits? What do you think? A, B, C, or D? A, before bed, B, before a carb-heavy meal, C, after exercise, D, first thing in the morning. All right, so we got an in the morning. we got B, B, we got a D, we got a B, 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 we got a B, we got a B. Okay, all right. All right, very good. Well, it is before your carb heavy meals. They help slow your carb absorption. Remember, we said that they said take it before your carb heavy meals. And if you're a low carb person, then your benefits are gonna be extra stacked on that. Adding that ACV, and you're probably not gonna need the assistance because you're already lowering your carbs, which is a lot of times reduces your blood sugar. So, all right, very good. Okay, we got 2 more, and then we're going to talk about our struggles and any wins for the week. So, which group should be most cautious about using apple cider vinegar regularly? Now, we talked about this as one of the side effects. Think about our girl Felicia. Remember, she talked about it too. All right, so which group should be the most cautious about using apple cider vinegar regularly? A, people with high blood sugar. B, people with low potassium levels. C, people trying to lose weight. Or D, athletes. I'm going to say it one more time. Which group should be the most cautious about using apple cider vinegar regularly in this category? A, people with high blood sugar. B, people with low potassium levels. C, people trying to lose weight. Or D, your athletes. And this sounds like a small problem, but I know people who have had to be hospitalized behind this. Oh, Devin comes in with a guess. Hey, Devin. All right, so let's see. What are you guys saying? So we got a B, we got a D, we got a B, we got a right. We got a B, we got a C, a B, a B, a B, a B. We got lots of B's here. I love the actual B. Think about Beyonce for some reason. All right, so it is B. It is those people with low potassium levels. Now, we also talked about GERD. That's what Felicia, remember she talked about having GERD, and that was, they said if you have GERD, if you have low potassium levels, if you have stomach ulcers, if you have kidney disease, you have to be careful about taking apple cider vinegar. So that's why we say talk to your doctor, because you might have a condition you don't even know about. So that's why I think you should talk to your doctor. Use GERD girlies. If you got us GERD girlies have to watch out. Yes, 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 yes. That's a good tip. Just in case people really want to try it. All right, and then here's the last question. Which of the following is not a proven benefit of apple cider vinegar? You said you like burning. What is that? It's better on the stomach for me. I never heard of that. Okay, what is that? Is that something you drink? Look at your hair. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love the red. I always thought, like, how would I look as a redhead? Not so high. Okay, this is a fun fact about me. Do you guys believe I've never had my hair dyed, fried, laid to the side with any color? I've never had color in my hair in my whole life. I said, one of these days I'm gonna get some streaks, like, the streaks in your hair, like the blonde or some kind of streaks, maybe red. I don't know, because I love a good red. But I love to see that. Okay, all right. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay, all right, very good. I did not know it does some of the similar things. Okay, very good. So maybe that's an option for people to check and try. You think it would be cute to have my hair streaks? Yeah, I'm so scared. Can you believe that? Never had a dye. Jeez, Louise, I feel like a virgin. Hey, I never had dye before. Like a dye in my hair. Now I've had a black rinse. So I take that back. But I mean, I did say color, right? I have had that, but I've never had like a color. I heard good things about berberine. Okay, very good, very good. Now that she spelled it, and I can actually understand what I'm reading. I have too, but I've never tried it. Why haven't I tried it though, Felicia? That's what I want to know. That makes me more curious to try things. It's so funny. I'm willing to try a lot more things on this GLP-1. All right, so this is the last one. This is the last question. Then we're going to talk about any struggles. Maybe we can support you with it. And then we're going to talk about our wins. And then we're out of here. So which of the following is not a proven benefit of apple cider vinegar? It is not. So which one is not? A, improves your blood sugar control. B, it aids in digestion. C, it heals cancer. Or D, it supports satiety, which means you're satisfied after you eat. So which one is not a proven benefit? A, improves blood sugar. B, aids at digestion. C, it helps with that cancer. D, it supports your satiety. Which one is it? Oh, it looks like you guys have it. So you say it naturally lowers your A1C. Okay, and it's great for weight loss. Devin says it's just a weak natural version of metformin. Oh, is it really? Okay, all right, very good. I think I've seen some doctors talk about that. Talk about the natural benefits of it. But then you just as many channels as you see saying there are benefits, you see just as many saying they're not. I guess it would be like whatever works for you. I haven't researched that enough to know. All right, but you guys are all right. So, it isn't, wouldn't we all love for there to be something out there to help support cancer? Carrie Ann, look at you, beauty. Look at you. How are you? I love the braids. Look at you. Hello. I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. Oh my goodness, you guys all have it. Individuals with the disease of diabetes have to be careful taking berberine as it may lower glucose levels too much. Okay, thank you for that. See, I don't know enough about it to speak on it. So I would say research that. But I've heard, like a debate about it kind of online where some people are saying take it, some people are saying it works, some people are saying it doesn't. Darium is going with C. You are right, Darium. Good evening, Dee Dee and ACV Voyager. I've been here just quiet. Okay. Well, I'm glad to know you have been here. So Carrie Ann and anybody else in the chat, that just brings me to anybody want to share any struggles that you're having, maybe something we can help you work through. And you know, my struggle is, and I'll just start us off. My struggle is that I am banner off. Sorry about that. My struggle is that I'm resetting. I'm in the process of resetting what I'm doing with my diet. You know, I'm in the process of resetting my exercise because I went to my Pilates class. I think I have 6 more classes. I had to pay for 3 months, and I knew, you know, I wasn't going to be able to participate as much in that 3rd month. And this is the thing that I should probably could show you guys. I was looking on, you know, I signed up for a class tomorrow with 7 people on the wait list. This is in the morning. It's 7 people on the wait list. So I'm just going to show you on my app here. Now, when I signed up, I was 7th on the wait list. So as of today, look at this. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm wait list. I'm number 3 on the wait list, right? So I always say I'm in a dilemma. If I go to an afternoon class, it's even more than that. It's sometimes like 10, it's longer than that. So my dilemma is asking somebody to watch my daughter or come to my house and sit with her, and then they rearrange their schedule, and then I don't need them, you know. And I guess I could go and run an errand or something, but I wouldn't ask people to work their schedule for that. So that drives me insane. So that's why. So I was telling, I think somebody just before I started my live or earlier today, I can't remember, but I was telling them how when I was waitlisted last week, I was waitlisted because I was going to have my dad sit with her. And I just thought, okay, I'm so far off the wait list. He wasn't sure if he had a doctor's appointment or not. He wasn't sure if he could get in. So I ended up canceling, and they took a credit. They give you credits. So, you know, credits are classes. So they took a credit, and I canceled. If you don't cancel within 12 hours, they take your credit, your class. And so they took one of my credits because I canceled it, but I was on the wait list. I don't think that's fair. So I don't know. I'm going to talk to the manager tomorrow because I don't know if they were supposed to do that. Because why would you take a credit from me when I'm waitlisted? I don't even know if I'm going to get in there. So you guys see what the time is at 9:43 tonight. I'm number 3 on the wait list. I don't even know if I'm in the class. So do you see why? I know people were like, oh, well, maybe she could get a sitter. Other than the sitter, this is also a reason why it's hard to get a sitter, because I don't know if I'm going to be in a class. So I'm just on pins and needles, which kind of I'm not, but I'm on pins and needles potentially wondering if I'm going to get in this Pilates class or not. So that's the downside to this Pilates. And the reason why you're waitlisted because there's only so many reformer machines to use, right? You know, I want to say in that class, maybe it's 10 or 12. It's 5 on either side, or it might be 6 on either side. I need to count tomorrow when I go. If I get in, I'm number 3. I was 7, now I'm 3. So anyway, so that's a challenge. The whole exercise is a challenge. But I started back on Tuesday. I went Tuesday, Wednesday. When I tell you, my legs are sore, but I feel like I'm like I feel strong, which is good. But it's like I didn't do it for 2 weeks. I'm missing 2 weeks of doing my Pilates. So I was back, and that lady was busting my chops, I can tell you. So that's my struggle, the reset. You know, if you were here with me on last Sunday, you know, I picked up 2 pounds with, going on vacation and all of that. And so I'm kind of like in the reset mode. And I made a goal to set for myself to be 100 pounds down by the new year. So I'm going to set myself up for success. And, I go back to work this week, the end of this week. So that's like in a few days. Jeez Louise. And then next week, the kids come back. So, I'll be back at work before the kids, and the kids come back. And so I just want to have like a plan in place. And I think I have a bump on my face from stress about going back to work. So it's just, I got a lot going on. So this is like a busy time, of year. I just got a lot going on. So the stress of it all, and I'm an emotional stress type of a eater. And I notice with family issues, that's kicked in. So I have a lot of struggles. And what I've been doing is I'm going to set myself up for success. That's how I'm going to overcome my struggles. So those are my struggles. If you have any suggestions, besides, I also want to show you guys, I write everything down on a calendar. And this summer, I did not. And I actually missed a couple of important things that I probably should have gone to. But I have 2 calendars. My daughter even started doing this, writing on the calendar. So I need to put all my dates up. I had like important school things up, but I didn't put like my social things. I was missing stuff, forgetting I was supposed to do this or do that. So I'm one of those people, you know, and it's in my phone on the calendar. And I'm going to show you my calendar on the phone. This is the Pilates calendar. My calendar on my phone, if you guys can see, look at all the stuff I have going on. On my days. And so, but it's like you got to click into it to see it. Like I need to be mapped out where I can just look and see it. I don't need to be clicking into it to see it. I just know I have something to do on that day. I might not know what it is on that day. So yeah, so I just got to get organized. You know, I got so much going on with YouTube that I kind of have to scale back. You know, then I'm introducing this whole stock thing. So I don't know how I'm going to fit this all in, but I do know that God is good. So I'm just going to rely on my faith to help get me through. I'm going to try not to stress out and just make it all work. So that's me. That's what I'm dealing with. What are you guys dealing with up in here? All right, let's see. If you have a room, you could always build a home gym. I do. I have everything in a home gym. I said I was going to video it so you guys could see what I'm dealing with. I got a lot of equipment. I'm just not on it. You name a piece of equipment and I could tell you if I have it or not, and I probably have it. That's terrible as much as the classes cost. And I think because I'm, you know, Margie, thank you for saying that, because I think because I'm about to be finished with it, you know, I made sure that I wrote my cancellation. It's a form you fill out. I've already filled that out. So I have 6 more classes, including this one tomorrow if I get in, to go through. But it's just like, in a way, you know, it's like I just need a break from that, not knowing. Like I want to go to the gym and know that I'm getting what I want out of there. So it'll be fine. You know, hopefully this year I'll be retired, and then in the summer and you know, and moving on, I won't have this issue. My struggle is I'm still a slow responder, about to up my dose to 15. Oh, you're going to the big daddy. But I keep working out and trying to eat better. All right, very good. And I think that's all you really can do, you know, Carrie Ann, a slow responder. So you think you're the true definition of a slow responder. And how long have you been on the meds? Because they say slow responders catch up after 6 to 12 months. They eventually catch over. Now, that's not everybody, but I would just keep doing all the things. And then how far are you away from goal? And what non-scale victories do you have? Because I think you got to hold on to that when that scale is stuck. So I'm just going to assume you're doing all the things. And let's just go with some things that you could probably tweak. But it is discouraging, especially if you know you're doing everything. I think, Carrie Ann, that's why I didn't love Weight Watchers. I would be tracking. I would be within my calorie range. I would be doing all the things I'm supposed to do. And then I get there. And like I said, if it was no loss, I was maintaining or at a 0.2. And that's when I grew to not like the 0.2. So I get that. Sydney says, I don't think we're supposed to take credit when you're on the wait list. Oh, yeah. I never understood that's how it worked. I assume you're talking about, yes, Club Pilates. Okay, so I'm going to ask about that. But you know what? My thing is, I said I should have taken a picture of it, how many credits, Sydney, I had before, because I feel like they're going to say, oh, well, that's not true. So I'm going to have to go there and write down on the calendar everything that all the classes, because it's documented what classes I took. So that should also align with how many credits I have. But it's like, I don't even want to do all that. But yeah, I don't think so. Like if I were to cancel tonight, they would remove that credit for me. And I don't know why, because I'm technically not holding the spot. I don't even have a spot. So yeah, and I wish I would have taken a picture before, because when I saw my credit was gone, I was like, is this right? And then I was like, tag, I don't have a picture of it. So classes are hard to keep a good consistency, and they train everyone the same way with minor exercise substitutes for people. Yes, I think the Club Pilates I go to, though, I think it's very good. But you could get individual, and I don't know, I'm sure that costs an arm and a leg, because the regular classes cost an arm and a leg. But yeah, you know, Pilates was started for dancers, and it's evolved into something more. I think they're still geared toward, you know, the way you're bending like a pretzel. It's still kind of geared toward that, but they've changed a lot of things with it. This is a triumph for me. I'm down 3 pounds this week. Yay! I'm slowly but surely responding, averaging 4 pounds a month. But I'm grateful because I don't see it and I feel great. Very good, Miss Alicia. So you said you're down 3 pounds this week, but you're averaging 4 pounds a month. And you're grateful because you do see it and you feel great. Well, I love that. I love that for you. Very good. You have to feel great. When you're down 3 pounds in a week, that is amazing. So have you not, so if you're averaging 4 pounds a month, so you probably were not losing, and then they say that big weight loss kind of kicks in. I don't know, but you know what? I do want to give you, and I also want to give Carrie Ann. Where is she? Let me find Carrie Ann. I want to give you guys some confetti for sharing with us because, it's easy to get on here and say when you're doing so fabulous, but when you're not, it's not so easy. And trust me, I know firsthand. It might seem easy for me to come on here and when I'm gaining, it is not. It really is not. It's like, geez, oh man, I don't want to let the people down. You feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulder. Let's see. And so let's give Miss Alicia. All right, very good, very good. Thank you guys for sharing that. Okay, very good. 4 pounds a month. Now, you would tell somebody you lost 4 pounds a month, they would not be happy. So I love that you love that, you're owning it. All right, very good. She says, good on the weight loss. Miss Alicia, keep up the good work. Yes, yes, yes. The Turtle Diaries. Hello from the bushes. Hello, hello. I apologize, Dee Dee and friends who I didn't acknowledge. I was in an Uber. I'm in place now. That's okay. Well, we know you're out of town. I'm just impressed that you're even on, Mel. I love that. And she says, Mel, you stay multitasking. She is. Okay, so you're about to be on your 1-year anniversary next week. You lost 33 pounds and you would like to go down 15 more, but I do feel great in my clothes. Yes, yes. So that is a victory. That is a victory. And I know the scale and those pounds are going to get to us, Carrie Ann, but you know what? I think that is amazing. 33 pounds. You're only 15 minutes. It's not 15 minutes, 15 pounds to your goal. That is so doable. That is so doable. You could do it. You can do it. Well, so I don't know. Have you given yourself a timeline? Because if you have, you might want to be one of those people that don't. Like I said to myself, and I'm thinking, why did I say this? But I said I want to lose up to 100 pounds by the new year. So that would be 25 or 29, 25 or 26 more pounds, I think. And sometimes I wish I didn't say it out loud, but I'm just going to try for that. But you don't need to give yourself a goal. You just don't. Get there slow and steady. Yes, yes, yes. When is that the time of the month I hit a stall for 2 weeks, but at least it's not going up? Okay, very good. Great attitude to have, Journey. At least it's not going up. I love that. Very good. And we know as women, we're going to have those ups and downs because of our body, our hormones, and everything. Dee Dee, my struggle is remaining kind and demure when faced with knuckleheads. I appreciate your advice. Hashtag kitty, not kitty. Oh, Mel to the B. We're going to give you some confetti. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Okay, Mel. Mel to the B. We love you, Mel. Let's see. Lovely says, I had a big weight loss as well as we got 5.2 pounds. What in the what? You said I was like, I am too. Jeez, Louise. I'm thinking, why can't that be? 5.2. I love it. Now, tell us, have you not been losing and you had that big surprise, or have you still been consistently going down a little bit? And did you do something different? Let us know. Geez, Louise, how about that? Felicia says, I'm not on a GLP-1. I lost 100 pounds and reversed type 2 diabetes naturally. But since I've turned 49, I've noticed that I'm gaining weight slowly but surely, and I'm looking into it. I'm a slow loser as well. Well, oh my goodness. Let's give you some confetti. That is amazing. 100 pounds. Geez, Louise. And you reverse the type 2 diabetes. And you know what I love about that you're up in here? not making us all feel like bad that we're, doing it with the GLP-1. And so that just goes to show you, especially as you get older, Felicia, I just think it's so hard to, maintain that flat belly, maintain that weight loss as you get older. It's just our bodies are working against us in that way. So that's why the GLP-1 helps us out. We were deficient in this hormone, and the GLP-1 is coming in and it's kind of saving the day for us. So come on board if you need to. If not, we appreciate you coming in here, supporting and helping us with any tips. Because I hope you realize, Felicia, that one of the things about these GLP-1s, now I know I'm not on TikTok and all that where people are having a frenzy over there, but most of the people that I interact and talk to are also incorporating lifestyle changes. They're just not taking an injection and just saying, let the chips fall where they may. Most people are using this as an opportunity to work on their lifestyle habits, their changes. And you can just see, even in this chat, we're all losing at a different pace. I mean, it's just some people are at go and just helping us, through as they're going through maintenance. Some people have a lot more to lose, and some people are close to go, and some people are just midway in their goal. So I just think that we're all in this together. I love that. All right, Carrie Ann, congrats to you for sticking to it for 1 year. You're doing well, even as slow and steady. You've already won. She really has. The fact that she's stuck in there. But I do understand, because I'm sure it can be to come into a chat where you have people who are losing so much weight and steady and steady and steady. I mean, I'm sure that is difficult because, like I say, being a content creator, the days I don't lose or the weeks, I know it's normal because I'm used to it, right? With other things I've done, weight loss. So I know everybody's not always going to lose. But as a content creator, it's a little bit more of an added pressure to be on that losing end, even though we know that's not necessarily a true reflection of a weight loss. So we just have to support each other, our highs and lows, and that's the best we can do. That's what we're doing. Congratulations on your losses. Yes, yes, yes. Carrie Ann says, thank you. Everyone's saying thank you. Felicia, that's impressive. We're here. I don't know what that means, Mel, to cheer you on. Oh, Felicia, are you saying we're here, Felicia, to cheer you on? I don't know. I'm not good with the acronyms, Mel to the B. I love that. People are saying congratulations, Mel. I think we all struggle with that. Beautiful, sweet tea. Yes, sweet tea. Let me go back to sweet tea. We do. No, that's not sweet tea. Here's sweet tea. Sweet tea, we do. We miss you for sure, for sure. And I just don't really want to pressure her because I think sometimes people do need a break from these YouTube streets. But she definitely you're missed and thought about. That means you made your imprint. How about that? I haven't lost any weight in the last 4 weeks. Next week, I start 10 milligrams. I feel inches are still coming off. Well, you know what? We're going to celebrate those inches. Celebrate those inches. And that just reminds me, on one of my posts today, it's called what's it called? Waistline Wednesday. I have a picture of me with these tight-fitting jeans on that I love. I love those jeans. You have a favorite pair of jeans. These are like my right now favorite pair of jeans. So if you can post, you feel free to post to my community tab. It's for today. Like, you could do it after this live or tomorrow, even go back to it. And I'm going to post, somebody sent me a picture. I'll post it up there tomorrow. But post a picture up in your best jeans, looking fly in those jeans. If it's jeans you couldn't fit, now you could fit. Her picture is of herself trying on some jeans, and they're a lovely size 6. I just love that. I love that for her. I'm like, can you believe I'm 10 sizes bigger? I'm like a 16 and she is a 6. I love that. So we're all sizes, all shapes, and we got to own it. We got to own it all. So yeah, you could post on my community tab if you want to show that waistline off, because one thing about jeans is if they fit in the hips and thighs, but you might get to that belly action and they are not working. So feel free to post so we can check you out, and you don't have to, but if you want to, we would love to see it. Bellflower, oh, sweet tea, we love that. So Miss Alicia says, I'm a slow responder too. I was at a stall or a plateau for like 3 months, stayed the same or went up a few, and now It's moving again. The old scale is moving again. I began walking with NOLA Miles Club and working out much more. So you had to increase that exercise to get the scale to move. So your body, that just tells me that your body must have adjusted and was trying to hold on to the weight you were at. So you had to do something different to get it to move. And that is what happens a lot of time. Well, I'm going to give you some confetti. I think that is awesome. 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 Nice job. Nice job. Very good. I love that. And I love that you just, stuck with it. You stuck with it because a lot of times people want to quit. All right. All right. So let's see. Yeah, she says, congrats. Wowza. That's awesome. Turtle Diary still very much stalled at 223, but I ain't gaining. So God is good. Yes. 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 So we're going to give you some confetti because you are not gaining. We love that. Love that for you. So you've been maintaining. Very good. And I remember when you were coming to those Sunday lives a lot, and I was dropping. So it slowed down a little bit for me too, which I already knew from in my mind. I thought in the summer, it seems like I'm out of school. I'm a teacher, not as much stress that I would be losing, but that's when my social life kind of picks up and my emotional things have been going on, and that just, it has stumped me, Turtle Diaries. But we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. She's saying, congratulations. 100 pounds is amazing. People are saying congratulations to each other. We love that. You said you did a reset, lovely, on your calorie intake and you're working out. I was still losing, but I felt like I just needed a reset and it worked. I'm down a total of 84.8 pounds. Wowza, wowza, wowza. 84.8 pounds. Now, what did you do in your reset? You like in your calories, did you increase? Did you decrease? Give us some details. I'm gonna give you some confetti. That is amazing. We love that for you. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so the reset is resetting. I love that. All right, people are saying thank you. All right, so you guys are telling me your wins within your losses. Your losses are your struggles are wins. Geez, Louise. I just try not to compare. I'm just so happy when I hear other people losing weight, and I love your personality also. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's like a non-skill victory for me. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, she says there are so many great stories amongst this group of ladies and men. It is. And another thing too is Cookie, now that she comes up, Cookie had said, she was watching in the background. So Carrie Ann said she's still been around. She just hasn't been as vocal. So the people that are watching out there, you are so appreciated. We realize everybody's not going to be in the chat, and that's okay. But just coming here and giving that support to people, and even me, like that's just helpful. Because can you imagine? I'm on here 3 times a week. Every live I try to bring something a little different to the, Sunday versus Wednesday versus Friday. And I say when I get a date on Friday nights, I might have to like either he's coming with me on to the live or I might be out on a date. But it won't happen anytime soon because I'm not even out there trying to get a date or thinking about a date. But it's so just coming here and getting support is from here is really what keeps me going with all of this. So I appreciate you guys, whether you're in the chat, whether you're just watching and listening. It's all seriously appreciated. I really do appreciate that. All right. So Carrie Ann, where was her comment? I scrolled down way too much. Okay. So JCO, congrats on your body composition, Margie. Okay, recomposition. Very good. That, and she talked about the losing the inches, right, Mel? JC, focus on sustainable and healthy weight loss. Some weeks it will be high, low, stalled. You didn't gain overnight and you won't lose overnight. Be intentional about good, sustainable habits and grace. Yes, and that's one of my sayings. Give yourself grace. And I really do practice that. I really do. It says, it really is male, and all the layers and colors of those stories should be celebrated because they represent many on this journey. Yes, 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 I agree. And JC, let's give you some confetti for that, sharing that wisdom with us. We appreciate that. It's so true. It's so true. Let's see. I decreased my calories and I also increased my weight when when you were lifting weights, you increased that. Okay, very good. All right, very good. You cut out the snacking. Yeah, remember that was a struggle for me. I've done better with this cutting out the snacking. Lovely says resets, reviews, and pivots are absolutely she's saying this to Lovely, necessary along the way as we navigate this lifestyle. We have to give you some confetti. Thank you for that. That's wisdom popping in. Wisdom. We love that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kim says, hey, Kim, everyone who hasn't, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and notification. Thanks for the reminder. Thank you. All right. Cookie says, lovely. You made all kinds of good moves. Yes, yes, yes. She did. She did. And a lot of times, remember, we say it's not always, sometimes it's making the calories decreasing them, or sometimes it's going up higher. Either way, I think a reset is what's needed when you're just in a little bit of a struggle. MVP says, congratulations on all the wins. Congratulations to everyone, says Felicia. I'm here to learn from you guys in the GLP-1 world. I need some support if this is the option for me. I really need hormonal help. Yes, and you know what? We have another panel coming up. We have a follow-up, and it's coming up soon. It's coming up in September. Lorraine from the Downside, Simply Taisha, and Mel to the B, and myself, we did a panel. I want to say we did that panel in June. I can't remember. I don't know, Mel and Taisha, if you remember, but we did the panel in June, and then in the comments, you guys can go back and read the comments if you want to, but people have even emailed me saying, oh, that was such a great panel. People have been contacting Mel. So we're going to do a follow-up. And I wanted to wait until I actually went back to the doctor because I'm having some hormonal things going on myself. I'm going to tell you guys today, I think I had a true hot flash. Now, remember, I told you, I don't really have, I get warm and hot. Like now I'm getting cold again. Remember, I was hot and just turned on this fan. Now I'm chilling. I'm cold. I'm feeling chilly. So, so I was at my daughter's gymnastics class, and I'm sitting in there and everybody's in there, the air conditioning's on. I take my jacket everywhere because I get cold, and so I had my jacket sitting there. I'm going through we got our schedule for school, and I was seeing if I have the same lunch and recess time, and what time my special areas are and all that. So I'm organizing things. I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I didn't have anxiety because people have told me they've gotten so worked up in a hot flash. I've never experienced a hot flash where I got so hot where I just had to tear things off. Like it was just unbearable. But I did experience a little tad of that today. And I looked around, I just got, my forehead got hot. I got hot, and I looked around. I thought, is it the air go off or is this me? Well, everybody else was chilling. Like that never happened to me. It felt like they had turned the air all the way off. And I was like, what in the world? This is a true hot flash moment. So, I don't know what I was supposed to feel like. Now, I've had those moments before, but not that intense, right? And it wasn't like I was in a panic. I didn't I didn't even have on anything to pull off for just my shirt. I probably could have, I thought to myself, I had a quick flash of, let me go sit in my car and turn on the air. But I thought my daughter was with how they were organized, everything there. She kept waving whenever she saw me through the window. She was waving for me to look at her. So I didn't want to leave out because I thought she'd be disappointed. So, so I sat there, but I just thought I am a grown woman. Isn't that so crazy? That's what I was thinking. I am a lady. Because I was having this little bit of a hot flash. So when I go to my gynecologist, I can't wait to talk to her and get my blood panel done. I'm going to be researching. I'm talking to Mel to the B. I'm talking to everybody I know, who's taking, and one of my good friends has been doing a lot of research in this, and she's taking some hormone replacement. She says she takes the pellets, and they're customized to your body. And so I'm going to be talking to her because I'm willing to try something, which is huge for me because normally I'm not a big medication. Mounjaro is the only thing I take right now, and supplements. I take a bunch of supplements, I will say that. So I'm curious to see what my doctor says. And oh God, I have to talk to you about the menopause of it all. I think I'm going to wait until that September to really tell you what's been going down with my cycle and everything. It's just a lot to share. So I think our date, I can't remember what date we have in September. It's toward the end of September, but I'll be posting that and letting you guys know. You know, and we're going to be talking about those hormones because we are women and that's what we're experiencing. We're experiencing changes in our body. And, you know, I want to be here to support you and I need support as well. Let's see. Let me see. Let's scroll down. I get that threw me off. Felicia on my tangent. Okay, let's see. Okay, so she said, well said, Dee Dee, that waistline has a mind of its own. It does, doesn't it? Everything else is fitting though, right? And then that waist is like, not so fast. Okay, so let's see. Bellflower, we got that. This weight loss journey, I'm setting 5% weight loss goals. Okay, very good. So like little bits and tiny bits and pieces. Very good. Yeah, I think my weight loss is realistic. I have to have a target just because it just gives me that motivation, you know. So true, JC. It takes time, and I am a testament of that. Yes, and I just hope that you stay strong. Don't give up the fight. That's slow and steady, though. It is annoying. I'm gonna Carrie Ann, let's just be honest. Isn't it annoying? Not that we want to give up, but it just is annoying, especially when you're trying to do all the things. So that's okay. That's okay. We got this. We have got this. Setting 5% weight loss goals versus your final total just helps me not to get caught up in the speed race to lose. And that is so true because honestly, I know I hope Nicole I could share this. You know, we've been talking and one of the things she showed me was my weight range because we were talking about this on my members only live and we were talking about the weight range and my weight range should be I was thinking 150 is probably the highest I could go without being overweight. Well, what she sent me said 149. So that's my target because I want to get to a weight where I'm not overweight. So I still have a ton of weight to lose. So you guys are going to be dealing with me for a long time. So I still have a lot of weight to lose in my mind, if you think about it. But my first target is that 100 pounds. If I could get 100 pounds down, and when I get 100, not if, when I get to be 100 pounds down, that is just going to be the spark I believe I need to kind of. So that's my first goal. But then after that, I'm still that. Was that's not even going to put me, I'm going to be right on the right at the almost close to Wonderland. And then I still have like 40 more 50 pounds to go to get to that 149. So I'm in it for the long haul. The long haul. I just hope that when I retire that they still cover my meds. That's just going to be so disappointing if not. All right, very good. Thank you for that. You know, let's give you some confetti for supporting us. We appreciate that. It's nice to have somebody not in the GOP world, one world, congratulating us and rooting us on too. And because I don't care how you lose weight, we're really all in this together. I feel. Congratulations. I read that. I think lovely. Bellflower says reviews, resets, and pivots are necessary along the way. Yes, and she says kudos to you. All right, very good. And then we saw Kim came in. Congrats to all the non-scale victories, your scale victories, and choosing to reclaim your health. I agree. Cookie says you're making some good moves. Kim came in and said, hello, everybody in the chat. Margie says PCOS and other female issues are the cause of stubborn belly. Yes. Then being thrown into early menopause after surgery has been a struggle. Maybe I'll share my story one day. Glad this man is around. Yes, yes, yes. And if you want to come on camera and share it, you could also do an interview on our channel. I would love that. But even if you just want to tell us on here, you can. So you just have to let us know if you feel comfortable. I need to join the membership only. I'm in the journey for a while too. Yes, the members only. Yes, you could join the membership. You could join. Let me see. I'm going to put the link in there. You don't have to do it in here, but you could join anytime. What are you saying, Mel? So funny. I'm so thrown off with something that's misspelled. I try to get it the best I can. Let's see. Let me go here. All right, any wins? You guys have told me your wins and losses. Anything else you want to celebrate before we get out of here? Anything else you guys want to share before we get out of here? JC, yes, yes, yes. Let me see. I was about to go. I'm trying to go to my link here. It won't do it. I'm trying to go to my link on my YouTube channel. All right, so at the end of this, you guys, if nothing else to share, I'm gonna just really talk about um and what we're doing with our stock thing. I think I might go live tomorrow and just kind of talk about it and answer some questions that people have, because our goal is to start the stock club, but I'm trying to figure out what platform to do it in. I can't really do it on YouTube. One of the things I did was, if you're just interested, let's just say you're like, I don't want to learn anything about stocks. I know about stocks. I just want to see what's in her portfolio. I kind of separated that out so you can see how my portfolio has grown over time. So I kind of separated that out, but that's going to be a lot of extra work for me, because remember, I'm already doing YouTube 3 times a week. Plus I make a video. If I'm not making videos, I'm putting up a million posts, and I'm doing a bunch of shorts. And so, I'm just really busy. Now that school is starting back, adding this stock situation into my life is going to be a little different. So if you're not interested in hearing about these stocks, you guys can log off now. I go live to maybe answer questions, but I am just going to share, something I put together with this little stand store. I don't know if you guys visited my stand store, but if you want to know about stocks, if you want to know the basics about it, if you want to, it's a bundle, a portfolio bundle you can get in my stand store. If you want to know, you want to take a class, we're going to have a class where I'm kind of answering questions. We're talking about things. And at that class, I want to find out if anybody is interested in having a stock club. So if you want to come to a class and ask some questions, it would be nice if you saw what's in my portfolio and how I pick a stock to help with the class. And then you could go on there and you could just actually get the link to see my real investment portfolio. You can actually see it and see what stocks I'm investing in and how I pick the stock. And so that's what I have in there to offer. So we're just trying to grow our wealth, because you know what? I was looking, maybe I'll share this for tomorrow when I go on live, but I was kind of doing some research and I said, everything is really going up but our paychecks. So I'm not going to put those links in there. I'll probably put up something. If you go to one of my posts, I probably put my stand store link in there. I'll probably post something on Friday, because people have been emailing me, said, I'm going to, sign up for the class or the course on or get the materials on Friday. So I'm going to put a reminder up on Friday if you're interested or not. But when we do the stock class, any of this, we don't really need a bunch of people. We just need serious people, right? That really just want to grow their money. That is the target. That is the goal. That's it. That's all. So I'm looking forward to doing that, because honestly, I haven't been doing anything with stocks the whole year. If you actually, get that portfolio and take a look at it, the year I've been on YouTube, I probably lost a ton of money because I wasn't investing and growing my portfolio, even though it still has grown because I picked some good stocks that have grown over time. But I could have had even more money, but I've been doing YouTube instead. And so I thought about that. I thought, geez, Louise, I could have been pumping up my stock portfolio, but that's okay. And then I'm also going to talk about at that class how Eli Lilly fits into that. I know some people do not like Eli Lilly because of, they're making us pay all the money for these medications and it's not cheaper. But Eli Lilly has such a vast, they have such a vast field of medications that are on the horizon that all these investors are just clamoring at Eli Lilly. So they took a dip. I think I'm going to go live tomorrow sometime during the day. I'm going to talk about this. If you have questions or you want to chime in, I think I might talk. If I don't get in Pilates, I'm definitely doing it because I could walk and talk. But, so we want to just kind of be on the forefront. I've been texting, I gave this speech about Eli Lilly and stocks, and Mel's like, I jumped in. So I've been texting with her, letting her know when I see things go on sale. I call it a sale. When I see things are, she could go in and grab her stock. Now, I'm not a stock investor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm self-taught. The proof is in the pudding. That's why I'm showing my portfolio, because I would be like, who is this person? What does she know? And that's one of the reasons why I'm confident at retiring at 53. Now, somebody did ask me, how are you retiring at 53? I think that was my cousin the other day. She's like, did you start working when you were 20? I did get a job teaching when I was 20. I've always been younger. So I graduated high school at 17, and I hated that because all the kids were, able to do all the 18 and over stuff I could not do. My parents were pretty strict too. And I just could not, they had clubs and all these little places you could go at 18. I could not go. And then the places you could go, I had to get permission because I was underage. And so I was 17. But when I was in the first grade, I'll never forget, the teacher wanted me to put me up. And my mom said, no, she will be 16 when she graduates. And no, my daughter is not going to be 16 in a class with a bunch of 18-year-olds. So I ended up being 17. So fast forward, when I graduated from college, I ended up getting a job. I was hired at 20. So that's why I'm able to retire at 53 with 32 years in, because, I've just, been like that. And, I wish they would have had the college classes. Some of these kids are graduating college now so early because they, can take college classes. They didn't get that here until I was in the 12th grade. So it's kind of too late. So I probably could have graduated college early had they had opportunities to take college courses when I was younger. So I've always been like a reader. I've always loved learning new things. I've always loved learning. And when I got involved in stocks, I just read a lot about it and I put it into action. That's the difference between somebody who is, reading a bunch of stuff. It's always like you're scared to take that first step, right? And that's kind of how I was. And I just said, I'm going to go for it. And really, I've learned by actually doing. So I learned by doing. So in this stock investment club that we're going to eventually form, I'm trying to figure out the right platform for it. And a lot of the platforms cost. So that's why, it's not going to be free because I have to pay for it to even have the platform. And so, but it's not going to be super expensive. But we just want to be on there, like sharing the knowledge. Like if you find out, I want to teach people how to invest their money in some great stocks. But how are we going to know the stocks are great? Because we're going to research it. So we're going to be doing some research and we're going to share with each other. And that's just what we're going to do. That's my vision for it. That's my goal for it. And I just want us to make money. Especially, I say, make money off Eli Lilly. They're making so much money off of you. You can do it. You don't need a lot of money. The stock isn't in the 600s the last time I looked. Remember that one of the last times I was on here saying it was in the 700s. Before that, I was telling you it was in the 900s. So when it dips down, you guys might be thinking, I'm not buying that stock because it lost so much. Well, guess what? It's going to go back up. And people who bought when it was low and bought in the 600s, which was me, because I got up in there when it was in the 600s, and so now when it gets back to that 900, that's almost $300 I would have made off of one stock. Like, who gives you $300 for holding the stock? Nobody. But you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. So that's what we're going to learn. Do I know everything? No, but I know enough that, I'm confident that when I retire, I'm going to be okay. Because if I had to give up, doing anything and just go based on what I know about stocks, I'm going to be fine. So that's just kind of what I want to share with you guys. So like I said, I'll watch out for my post on and I'm going to start advertising this outside of YouTube too, because I realize it's a lot of people. I have some friends who, don't know anything about stocks and they say, oh, they want to learn, and they never sit down with me and learn. So when I made that little guide, I try to make it as like easy peasy, lemon squeezy as I can, like how to buy your first stock, where to look to go get it, what are the different apps, what are the advantages and disadvantages of each one, how to open a brokerage account, all that's explained out. And I have the class as a follow-up because I realize sometimes you can read stuff and you're like, I still don't get it, right? So I want you to be able to ask questions. But our main thing is we want to learn how to do technical analysis on a stock, and we want to know like what stocks to pick. And I was just having a conversation with somebody the other day, and they were saying like I want to see what stocks, which is a great strategy, which is how I made my money grow. Find the stocks that are like diamonds in the rough, like that have potential 5 to 10 years out. Buy them when they're low, sell them when they're high, and always take a profit, right? And yeah, that's hard to do because you see your money growing and you're like, okay, I got to leave it in there because it's going to grow some more. But I say always take a little bit of that profit. So if something happens and it tanks, at least you have something. This is one of my dreams, to be a stock trader. Maybe one day I will be, like, I mean, the real stock trader where I'm trading within that first hour the market opens. So I could talk about this forever because it's a passion of mine. But and Journey, thank you. I really want to bring this in schools. I said once I retire, I'm not going to do anything else with kids and schools, but I do think financial literacy should be in there because, of course, we don't talk about finances. Nobody wants you to know how much money they're making. Nobody really the kids don't even know how much their parents make. I never knew how much my parents made. And so, it's like we have to talk about it more because if we want the kids to be wise with their money, we have to teach them how to save it, how to invest it, how to grow it, and not just how to spend it, right? Because that's all they really know how to do is spend, spend, spend. And when they're saving it, what are they saving it for? Something to buy, right? They're not saving it for college or any of that. They're saving it to buy something. So I just kind of want to shift that thinking. My channel is I just want it to be about a woman in total, because we are every woman, aren't we? When who sang that song? Was it Shaka Khan, or I don't know, Diana Ross? Somebody said, I'm every woman. We are every woman. I mean, just think, we have kids, we multitask, we work, we do it all. We're smart, we just have it all going on for ourselves. So that's why I think women should be confident, because we got it going on. We give birth to the family, to the world. We're kings and we're queens too. We're queens and kings. Now, we can't be a king truly, but some of us are forced to, right? We're forced to, do it all. And so, and we do it well, doing it and doing it and doing it well. We're doing it and doing it and doing it well. I just love women. I love all women. I love men. I just love people. I love positive, good people that's putting out good energy. And I just think that, on this journey, we have to support each other, not just, so I'm going into not just the, the health wise, but also the financial piece. I'm going into that's going to be my new frontier. And, maybe I'll be able to hit it hard, once I get a feel for how my school year is going and what's going on. But if you're waiting to be in the stock club, that's fun. That's okay, too. If you say, okay, I don't want to do all this other stuff, I just want to be in the stock club. But we want people in there that are serious-minded people that want to learn, that want to share, and that want to keep people's business confidential. That's another thing, too. We're not going to be going off saying, Diva, Downsizing Diva bought 10 of these stocks. Like, no. In our club, it's our business, right? So yeah, we're gonna eventually, I'm gonna try to advertise this to more people. I'm not a good salesperson. It's either you want it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm so bad with that. So yeah, each one teach one. I think I saw somebody in there say that. So thank you, guys. I appreciate you all. We've been on here for 2 hours. It's 10:30. I'm going to start setting a timer. One last thing I want to say, because school is starting back, I got to get my buns in the bed. But one thing I wanted to say is Saturday, I think I am going live with Allie from Fit Flavor Fun. She has not been feeling well. I think she's back on the mend. So I'm going to be sending her an email tomorrow just to kind of solidify. So Saturday at 7, I think it's 7 Central, 7 Eastern. I think it's 7 my time. It might be 6 her time. But anyway, we're going live on Saturday. If things change, I'll let you know. But Allie from Fit Flavor Fun, I'm going to be on with her, and just come out and support. And we're going to be chatting it up. I don't even know what I told her, we got to figure out some stuff we're going to talk about. With her, I want to talk about hot topics, because I really realize that's what she does. She talks a lot about that on her channel. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking with her, getting some information tomorrow to make sure we're doing it on Saturday. So yeah. So the first time though, I had to change, and then the second time she had to change. So this has been in the making for a while. So I love that. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me. Have a great night and have a blessed weekend. And I will see you into the weekend. I will see you on Friday. Friday is my first day at work. So I will see you Friday night. Just got paid Friday night. Party's jumping and I'm feeling fine. All right. Have a good day. Rest of your night. And cheers to the apple cider vinegar of it all. Bye.